Welcome back, everybody, to Desert Valley Blitz. Super exciting time of year, right, Coach Josh?
My favorite time of year.
It's our favorite time of the year because, hey, week 0 just ended, and we're here to kind of wrap up the week. Great week of football for the
Fantastic,
Desert. Some teams stepped up. Some teams maybe had a little disappointment week 0, but it's a long season.
They'll find their footing.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So all those teams out there that didn't perform as well as they wanted to, I think there's plenty of time in this season.
They'll be fine.
So starting with Thursday night games.
Yeah.
Our Palm Springs Indians went out to Hemet. Tough game.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of this game.
Final score, Hemet 37, Palm Springs 6.
Yeah.
You watched the film on the game. What was your take?
It was a little surprising to see Palm Springs get pushed around in the trenches a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it was Palm Springs is thin there or they just don't have the right guys or Hemet's that good because they had some big.
It could be that too, right?
Fast, active linemen, not just on offense, but on the defensive side of the ball. Hemet was impressive on the line. And I think was it Devin Sessions, quarterback, was kind of running for his life most. He made some plays.
Yeah.
He made some great plays, but it's hard to do that all game.
Yeah, especially against a good defense.
Yeah, and they were playing really well. Yeah, so tough to see Palm Springs, I think they will bounce back. It'll be better, against another opponent, I think, because Hemet looked nice, man.
Yeah.
It was good running back. They play good ball up there, man.
It's a good program.
Yeah.
They're in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
I got to see a little bit of that game too. Same impression you had. Hemet will look dominant up front.
Yeah.
Palm Springs is getting kind of moved off the ball in the run game. An early season jitters for the Indians a little bit. They got a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys.
Don't hit the panic button.
Coming in. Palm Springs is going to be fine. They got a great coaching staff over there. They got great athletes. They just ran into a buzzsaw named Hemet.
Yeah.
And Hemet looked good. I think that's going to be a good football team this year.
Yeah, and by the end of the season, we might be on. Yeah, that was a no-brainer. Hemet's that good this year, so they look good. So
yeah, so not the start the Indians wanted, but like we said, it's a marathon, and it's not how you start.
And these games don't count.
It's preseason, and it's week 1. Week 1 is always kind of smoke and mirrors anyway.
Yeah.
So I think better days ahead for the Indians.
I think so.
Moving on to the second Thursday night game. Desert Mirage Rams went out to Duarte, kind of a quick rescheduling of a week 0 game for Desert Mirage. And Desert Mirage goes out there with an impressive 16-8 victory on the road.
Awesome.
Coach Flip had those boys ready. Did you get a chance to check out any of this game?
I did not see any of it, but it sounded like they got the run game going.
Desert Mirage did get the run game going. 2 touchdowns. They had played really good defense down the stretch. Coach Flip had a couple of highlights on the social media, and basically came down to a stop. Duarte was driving, and Desert Mirage defense made a play, turned them over, and that was all she wrote. They really ran out the clock.
If I would pick 2 things to be good at, it would be running the ball and good defense.
And Desert Mirage's issue has always been they've always been able to run the ball. I think that's been consistent under Coach Flip. I think the defensive side is where they're need to pick it up if they want to contend for a league championship. I think that they may have solved some of their problems on the defensive side.
Good job with the first week win.
And it's always hard to go on the road for week 0 and get a win. And especially it's a kind of a long bus ride. So, hey, I hat off to the Rams, man. Great start.
Great job.
Great start. I think they're kind of pushing themselves to be one of the favorites to get that one of those playoff seats in the SVL. We'll see.
Just keep it up. Keep that momentum going. Momentum's real. So
long way to go, but hey, good start for the Rams. Moving on to Friday night games. We had a lot of good games on Friday night. We'll start with my sleeper pick of the year. My team that's going to come out of nowhere and shock people. The Golden Eagles the Desert Hot Springs Golden Eagles go out on the road and beat a good Tahquitz team 17-9.
Yeah, I did get to see a little bit of this game. I actually really enjoyed this game. It was a really good chess match. It was one of those slower type games where they were turning the ball over. They get a little bit of drive, but they have to punt. And it was a really good chess match. And hats off to Tahquitz. They did a good job of keeping Jalen Turner in the pocket. Their D ends played really well. And he could play from the pocket, but he wants to get on the perimeter.
Right.
He wants to get on the edge and find his receivers late in the play. He wants to take it off and run. And but hats off to him, man. He played his game and slowly started to find that edge later in the game. And I think they lost a little momentum too. The first play of the game, or first drive of the game, it looks like they just lined up a little wrong defensively, and they gave up
A big one?
big 60-yard run, and then
cheap one, huh?
cheap one, and then they came out and threw a couple hitches, like to score. It was like 10 yards, and then they threw another 6 yards hitch to score, and then they just kind of. But they hats off to their defense. Golden Eagles played strong all game, didn't waver, and Jalen Turner finally found that edge, and he was gone. So
right,
yeah, good game. It was a good chess match. I enjoyed it.
And a great win on the road.
Great win. Good team.
Against a team that was in the semifinals in Division 10. They were pretty
impressive.
They're a pretty good program.
Yeah.
So to go out on the road and get that victory,
solid.
I think they're kind of proving me right in this instance. I think the Golden Eagles are a team on the up.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach P got them going.
Got them going, man.
Hey,
great coach.
Hats off to the Golden Eagles. Great job. Got another important game coming on this week. We'll talk about that in the next segment. Next, another home opener for the Doc era at Indio against a San Bernardino team that's kind of not been as good as in the past, but Indio put them on it, man. 53-6, a dominant performance by my Indio High School Rajas. Great start, huh?
Great
to the Doc
start.
era, huh?
Great start to the Doc era. I mean, they're making plays running. They were throwing the ball, playing good defense. Doesn't really get better than that, right?
Right. Doc had them ready to play. I think it was like 40-0 at the half.
Yeah.
There was no doubt. There was no doubt on that one.
Two's got to play.
And I can't remember a time when Indio's come out and just blown somebody off the field. So, I mean, you talk about their opponent, but you still got to go out there and execute and put the ball in the end zone. And play football and dominate.
Mm-hmm.
So, great start, everybody. The hype might be real at Indio. We're crossing our fingers.
Keep it going.
I'm really looking at that week 4 matchup because I want that dang bell back. But hey, this is a great way to start, man.
A little early to talk about that.
It is, but it's not. If you're a Raja, it's not. It's been 12 years, man.
I hear that.
So, but great start. Doc had those boys ready.
Yeah.
Let's go Rajas, man.
Let's go. Keep it up.
I think it'll get a little tougher as we get into the schedule, but hey, you can't start. That's a perfect start.
Fantastic start.
Red White Stadium was rocking, I hear. So congratulations, Rajas.
We'll have to check out a Raja
job,
game.
Man. I think we got something brewing at Indio. Next, another team that really put together a lot of points. Desert Christian Academy, 58. 29 Palm 6. That's an impressive performance.
Hey, DCA is for real.
DCA is for real. I think all the doubters that, hey, they're a small school and they can't compete with the big guys, I think all those questions are going to go away this year.
That's a pretty good statement game.
Yeah, I think it was another situation where DCA was just up and down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some highlights. 29 Palms, they are down in numbers. The Wildcats are, their roster is really small this year. So, they're going to have to try and correct some things with a lot of guys that that are going to have to play early and often. I think they probably have to move up some freshmen, but Desert Christian, what an impressive performance!
Couldn't be better.
Coach Johnson got them going right.
Yeah.
So 58 points in the first game, not bad. Not
bad at all.
I think all the doubters that say that they don't play anybody, I think those questions will be answered. They're already playing bigger schools and beating them.
And they're looking to prove that this year.
Yeah.
With their schedule already. So
they got some tougher games ahead, but hey, great way to start for the Conquerors.
Great job.
Okay, so game of the week. Rancho Mirage 19, Yucca Valley 7. Surprised by this one, huh?
No, Rancho Mirage winning.
Yeah.
No, I called it. I knew. I just had a feeling, man. There's I love Yucca. I love Yucca. It's just there's leagues for a reason, and Rancho Mirage, everybody likes to write them off for some reason, and I just think they got a great coach, great track record. I didn't see the game at all, but I heard they played really well on the defensive side and did what they had to do on offense, and I think Yucca will be better as the season progresses. Offense is always tough in the beginning. There's always a lot of moving pieces. Man. Defense always usually clicks first. I think they'll be fine. I just knew Rancho Mirage was going to be solid this year. It's just I've been watching football for so long. There's ups and downs in these programs, and I think Rancho Mirage is on the rise. It just happens to be this year. So
I think the Rattlers are back.
Yes,
I think they're back into their rightful place of a top DEL contender.
Yeah,
but. Surprising, not surprising, is that how the defense kind of slowed down Aiden Pope. I think got to give a shout out to the defensive staff over there.
And I'd like to see the game. I'd like to watch it and see how they approached it. I'm sure he was bracketed. I'm sure they knew where he was at all times, and there's just 10 other people out there on the football field. They got to do their job too.
Right.
And it sounds like they struggled with the run game. I think they actually moved the ball a little better than Rancho. They just couldn't score as much.
Yeah,
that's what
I
hear.
Couple turnovers too.
But I haven't watched it. But I think they only had around 60 rushing yards. And I like to be more balanced than that, just to keep them going. So
it'll be interesting to see that film. But,
yeah, I got to watch it first.
A name to remember for all you Desert football fans: Jadarius Hester, been a sophomore at Rancho Mirage, had 2 touchdowns. He had a bigger stat line than Aiden Pope, which that's hard to do. But remember that name, guys, because that guy's a special talent. I've had the privilege of seeing him kind of grow up, and yeah, he's been doing that. So look out. That's another name to be putting on your radar. He had 2 touchdowns. He was pretty.
He's on my radar. So.
Pretty unstoppable in the red zone. Rancho Mirage is back. I think they're going to be right there for DEL. And the last year was just an exception. Not really the rule for them. So good job for the Rattlers. Yucca, I'm sure Yucca's going to be there.
They'll bounce back.
They'll bounce back. They got too much talent to not bounce back.
And they scheduled a pretty hard preseason schedule this year.
So they got another tough one. Got another tough one coming up. And we'll kind of talk about that coming up. But another good one, another barometer for Yucca Valley coming up.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Another great win for a Desert team. We kind of talked about this. Palm Desert going down to Brawley, a tough opener. Palm Desert 24, Brawley 16.
Might be the most impressive win, I think.
That was the most impressive win. Yeah. Palm Desert was down in this game in halftime. They were down, and 40 had to go in there and light them up a little bit in the halftime speech, and whatever he said worked.
Yeah.
Coach 40 went in there and did some adjustments, and Palm Desert does what they do. They came back and beat a good Brawley team on the road.
I want to see that one too. We got to get a huddle account so you guys can send us some of these games. I want to watch some of these.
We want to see the full.
We see highlights here and there, but we want to.
Right.
Maybe we'll set that up.
But an impressive win nonetheless, right?
Great win.
They go down there. Brawley's a tough place to play.
Well, it sounded similar last year. They went down to Central, and that's who they're playing this week. But they got down, and then they couldn't. It was tough to come back. This year, it seems like they fixed it, and they were able to come back against Brawley on a long bus ride, like you said. So it's tough to go down to those small towns and win, man. These are football towns. They this is what they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah, and
nothing else to do.
You're walking into football. Like almost like the I don't want to say it like the devil's den or something, because you walk down there, it's like these guys are bad intentions, and the kids can feel that. And but hats off to them. They got that W. So
great win. That means Desert 1, Imperial 0. We got you. We got up on you on the scoreboard. We got another one. We got another one coming up. Right, we're gonna keep score, but we got another one coming up this week.
I like
so
that.
The Imperials got time to get us back. But great win by the Aztecs. I think they solidified their spot as a DEL contender. I don't think there's any doubt. They're already kind of clicking.
Yeah,
they've already replaced the 19 people that are gone. And
watch out if they're clicking this early. Yeah, you got to watch out.
Pretty impressive.
It gets better each week. So
shout out to the Aztecs. Moving on. Speaking of another tough place to play, Xavier Prep goes up to Rim of the World. Rim of the World 14, Xavier Prep 7.
You saw this one.
I saw this one. Very impressed by Rim of the World. I gotta say, their coaching staff. There's a reason those guys were 9-1 last year. They're pretty impressive. They came out on the first play of the game. They did an onside kick, recovered it down near the 20.
That's such a momentum thing,
and that kind of set the tone. It surprised everybody, and it was a great call by that coach. And they scored. Was
it onside or like a pooch?
It was like a pooch kick to the up guy, and the up guy had no idea that it was
Seems
coming.
Like that's becoming more popular. They're practicing that.
Yeah,
they get their fastest guy on the edge there, and they just kind of time it so the ball's falling.
And that's exactly what happened. And the guy was not. Xavier kind of was caught off guard. He touched it, and then it bounced around, and they got it on the 20-yard line.
If you can get good at that, man.
And Rim goes in and scores in about 5-6 plays. So momentum's already kind of swung. You're in a hostile environment. Rim comes out and runs away from Jacob Van all of the first half, and I could hear them audibling, finding number 8 and audibling away from it. Beautiful coaching job, man. I mean, I was very impressed with Rim of the World's coaching staff. So they had their game plan ready. Xavier comes out, scores, and ties it, and then second half is Rim of the World actually comes out at the end of the half, scores again. So it's 14-7 at the halftime. They go and make some adjustments and lights out in the second half. Xavier Prep's defense is going to be the real deal, though.
Yeah,
they got some guys out still. But Jacob Van they started moving him all over the place, and that guy in the second half was dominant. He was all over the field. He looked every bit of the part of the number one defensive player in the Valley.
Nice.
So there's some good signs. I think
quarterback couldn't play though.
So that's to me that's the story of the game, is that Sam Maurice was not allowed to play. He had his transfer has not come through by the CIF. So the coaching staff, I know I talked to the AD before, Xavier's AD before the game, and he was on the portal checking to see if they were going to get the word, but word never came. So that's still kind of up in the air. It's so hard to prepare when you don't know if your number one quarterback is going to go.
Yeah. Do you give them the reps? Do you not give them the reps during the practice? They got to know.
Yeah, they got to know, and it's really hard to prepare. And shout out to Joe Mejia. He stepped in and came in and led the team, and they look good on offense at times. It's just a lot of penalties, kind of killed a lot of drives. Just first game mistakes. Xavier's going to be fine.
Yeah.
They got a lot of talent. First game judges, and that's a tough place to play up there.
It is.
It really is. I was very impressed with Rim of the World.
It's
I
like
gotta
the opposite of Blythe. They're just like different.
They're like a mountain brawly kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like the whole. It seemed like the whole community was at that game.
Yep.
So, but Xavier, better days are ahead. I think once they get all their guys back. King Palem didn't play, so they'll be better down the stretch.
Okay.
Look for them to kind of looking a lot different midseason. Moving on, Coach King's opener on Friday night. He had a tough Esperanza team going into Shadow Hills. Final score is Esperanza 24, Shadow Hills nothing. Did you hear anything about this game?
I watched a little bit of it. I was actually impressed with Nick King's offense, man. I actually think they had bigger chunk plays. They had some nice gains in their offense. It's a story of penalties, interceptions, fumbles. They would rip off a 40-yard gain, and then all of a sudden a penalty would happen. They're behind in the sticks, and then they'd rip off another 40-yard gain, and all of a sudden they're going in the end zone to throw a pick. And you just can't make those types of mistakes against a good Esperanza team. They just kind of they weren't offensively. I think Shadow Hills out yardaged them. They just couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's like we said, offense takes time to get going, but man, I really like some of the play designs I saw from Nick King. I mean, it was some nifty stuff. It wasn't the same type of play and just different variations. I saw some nice screens. I saw some nice jets. I saw some nice flood work on the passing game, some nice counter back and buck, and I was really impressed. So I wouldn't sleep on Shadow Hills at all. And I don't think this is any indication of what type of team they are. And just get those mistakes out, and I think they're going to be fine.
I heard there was a couple turnovers or Shadow Hills that kind of killed a bunch of drives.
Yeah,
they chunk play and then a turnover.
Couple fumbles, couple interceptions, and I actually think the tone, like you said, that's so funny. The older I get, there's just more I pay attention to momentum.
Yeah,
and kickoff, first play of the game. Shadow Hills is on a return, and it looks like they have a beautifully set up return. I mean, it's blocked perfectly. The guy drops the ball, and he gets the ball right away. But by the time he gets the ball back, they just kind of swarmed him.
Yeah.
If he catches that thing and runs, he's still running.
Yeah.
So that's momentum. And then their first drive, though, they march it all the way down. Same thing. They just go with the flood concept, and I think they had the guy open in the flat, but they got a little greedy. They went to the corner route, and that corner just read the eyes, and he's back, and he picks it.
Right.
It was one-handed. Beautiful. I mean, it was a beautiful play, but just those little things of momentum, I think Shadow Hills might have won. Like if they start off with any of those points in that first drive, it could be a different game. But I think they'll be fine. Yeah. Same thing. They're clean it up. Nick King's doing a good job over there. So
they got a lot of talent too, offensively.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's only gonna take a little bit of time for that offense to kind of find its bearings, clean up the turnovers. And Shadow Hills is gonna be right there too. I think we're kind of realizing the DEL is gonna be another tough league this year.
Always.
I don't think there's ever an easy game in that league. So I think that's going to prove true this season as well.
Makes everyone better. So
yeah, and it's fun to watch. It gives us something to talk about. Right? Lastly, we're moving on to Cathedral City has a home opener against Santa Rosa Academy. Santa Rosa Academy 21, Cathedral City 6. So
a little surprising.
Little surprising. I thought Cat City's kind of a program, kind of trending in the right direction. I think they still are. I think Santa Rosa Academy is a little bit better than they were last year. I think they played last year as well. Santa Rosa Academy might be one of those teams that's going to be better as well. So tough opener. I know they kept it close on the defensive side.
I'd like to see it. See if the run game got going at least. It could be similar where the penalties and
just early season sloppy play.
you
I think
just don't know.
that's a theme that we're kind of seeing. Like you saw it a little bit in the Rim of the World Xavier game and the Shadow Hills Esperanza game. I'm assuming that since we haven't seen film on the Cat City game, that's probably Coach Lee's got some coaching points to get out this week. But at Cat City, that's a pretty good job defensively. You know, they didn't give up a ton of points. It seems like they couldn't get that offense rolling.
Yeah.
But they got a bunch of young talent on Cat City. I think in the league that they're in, they're going to be right there.
Yeah.
So
first game.
Yeah, first game. And you always, old coach once told me, you're always going to see the biggest improvement in your football team from week 1 to week 2.
I like that.
Always. You're always going to see the biggest jump. So if you don't see a big jump, it might be a long season. But I think in terms of the teams we're talking about, I think we're going to see that this week.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot cleaner football out there.
Absolutely.
Less penalties and stuff like that. First game jitters are out. So, but all in all, a fun week 0.
Perfect.
We got La Quinta and Coachella now going to join the party, and they're going to be playing their first game this week.
We're going to talk about it.
We're talking about it right after a break from our sponsors. Looking to upgrade your home? Tile Designs by Fina is your one-stop destination for beautiful flooring, hard surfaces, and countertops. From timeless design, modern styles, they've got the perfect look for every room. Stop by today and transform your space with Tile Designs by Fina. Let's design together. Tired of payroll headaches? iPay Solutions is your local payroll and HR partner right here in the Coachella Valley. From direct deposits to compliance, we handle the details so you can focus on growing your business. iPay Solutions, local, reliable, and built for your success.
Got dirty carpets, tile, or furniture? Trust a carpet and tile care company, your family-run experts. We bring sparkle back to your home with top-notch cleaning services, reliable, affordable, and eco-friendly. Call us today. We can be reached at carpetcarrot.co. Phone number 760-773-5882.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Desert Valley Blitz. We're moving into our week 1 preview show. Yep. Super excited. We got all the teams playing this week. It's going to be, and we got some really good matchups. We're going to kind of go over them right now. Thursday night, we got a slew of Thursday night games. We're going to start with Grand Terrace going into Palm Springs. What's your take on this, Coach Josh?
I think Palm Springs can do it, but Grand Terrace is pretty good. They have some athletes there, man. They can play ball. I don't know about their ranking, but I think this is a winnable game for Palm Springs.
And they're at home.
I haven't seen Grand Terrace play, but you got to bounce back. They played a really good Hemet team. So, like you said last segment, like you always see that big improvement between week 1 and week 2. So, if they can improve, especially on O-line and D-line, I think they have a chance.
Yeah, very winnable game for Palm Springs. Grand Terrace, good program traditionally, but they also got to play the heat.
Yes,
it doesn't get this hot in Riverside.
I think people forget about that sometimes.
Yeah, and it's still going to be hot, and that second half may be rough. So. I think the Tribe goes out there and gets a win this week.
That stadium's going to be rocking. So.
Yeah, so come out and support your Tribe. Moving on, another Thursday night game. Desert Mirage going to San Jacinto Valley Academy. Desert Mirage back on the road. Warriors, they're 1-0.
Keep it going, man. Keep that run game going. Keep that defense flying around. Work on a little bit of play action. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, Coach Flip got these guys ready. He was in here for his Coach's Corner interview a couple months ago. He was real excited about the season.
Such a good guy, right?
Yeah, he had a great crop of seniors coming in, and I think it's starting to show. That was an impressive road victory last week.
Starts with those Hoggies up front.
I think they continue it this week. I don't know much about San Jacinto Valley Academy, but I know that the Rams are going to run the ball and play defense, and that always travels.
I'm here for it.
That always travels, man.
Yeah.
Defense and running the ball travels. So we're looking for the Rams to go 2-0. Moving on, another Thursday night game. This one is here in the Valley. Indian Springs is going to Indio. So Coach Doc Eric comes in, will be on display Thursday night. Indian Springs team's probably a little bit better opponent than their first opponent. What are we kind of expecting?
At Indio.
It's at Indio.
Another home
on
game.
Thursday night.
Let's go, Roger. 2-0?
They could be 2-0.
They could be. Let's go.
Indian Springs, but like I said, they're a little bit better opponent.
Yeah.
But I think that the Rogers got some momentum.
Yeah.
And they got to come out here. They're from San Bernardino. It's hotter out here.
You want a little tougher opponent. You want to get some good work, you know?
Yeah, you got to. Everybody right now is kind of scratching their head saying, hey, is Indio for real? You know, they beat up on a team that wasn't really highly ranked Well, now we can kind of shut the doubters out. Well,
Let's
we come
go.
out there and do the same
Let's
thing
go, Raj.
to a
Let's keep
better
it going.
opponent. So, Coach Doc, good luck. Rajas, let's go, man.
Let's
We
go.
got some momentum. Let's keep it. Another Thursday night game. Riverside Prep is going up to 29 Palms. The Wildcats.
A lot of Thursday games.
A lot of Thursday. Well, it's because of the refs. But,
I know.
The Wildcats coming off a tough game down here at DCA. Riverside Prep is a pretty good opponent from what I've gathered on there. They're got a decent ranking.
I was hoping they can bounce. 29 would bounce back.
I don't think they're not going to be as good as DCA.
No.
So I think you've seen the worst of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're at home. So hopefully 29 Palms gets a little healthier, and
it's a good stadium up there too. So
good home environment. Wildcats, let's go. Let's get that first win. Let's shake off that last week. I think you always want to see a big improvement from week 1 to 2. And
fix the mistakes, play hard, get to the ball.
And 29 Palms got some athletes. I've seen firsthand they've got some athletes. So just maybe some home cooking does them some good. So we'll see. And then so that's it for the Thursday night games. We got 4 Thursday night games, so there's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot on the plate. We got a lot of short weeks, which is not fun as a coach because you got to dump everything in.
I'm going to be updating my Twitter like crazy on Thursday night.
You got to have everything in by Tuesday. That's the problem. So, I mean, I'm glad I'm not having to deal with that. But short weeks can be interesting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of moving parts, and health is always a concern on the short week. So, we'll see. But good luck to all the Valley teams on Thursday night.
Rooting for you.
Friday night, man. Now, Friday is the kicker, though. We've got some great games on Friday. We're going to start with Cathedral City is going to San Bernardino. This is the same team that Indio laid it on pretty good.
Okay.
Cathedral City's going out there now to San Bernardino, so it'll be a little cooler. What are we thinking?
San Bernardino's going to get beat up by 2 desert teams back to back, huh? Let's go, Cat City.
Coach Josh is calling it, huh? Cat City's bounce back, I think.
Yeah.
Cat City bounces back, I think.
Get that run game going.
They get that run game going.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They run the ball, play some defense.
Coach Lee will have them ready. Coach Lee's been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
So he's seen it all, knows how to fix it all. So we're excited to see Cat City get on the winning column this week.
Yeah, let's go Lions.
Okay, so here we go. The Quinta Blackhawk opener. They got the Yucca Valley Trojans coming into the Birdcage.
Great game.
Great game, right?
Yeah. They're going to be looking to come back, from a loss from Rancho Mirage. So they're going to be having a chip on their shoulder. La Quinta's going to have something to prove, man. This is their first game. I know they've been working hard all summer, so they're going to want to unveil it and come out with the W. So I'm going with La Quinta, of course. I can't ever choose against them, but it's going to be a good game.
Right.
I think Yucca will score a little bit more points this week, but I think that offense of La Quinta won't be denied. So it might be a high scoring affair. So
you think it's going to be a shootout?
Not a shootout, but it'll be some points.
Yeah, La Quinta doesn't really do shootouts.
No.
They just beat you into a pulp on the run game, right?
You'll lose the time of possession game. So
yeah.
That's what I don't want to put up numbers, but it won't be 50s or nothing. But
big offensive night for La Quinta. You're predicting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be interesting, right? It's our first look at the Blackhawks officially. I think they're obviously one of the top teams in the DEL. They're going to be right there at the end.
Coach is going to have them prepared, so they're execute really.
They got a ton of talent at all levels. So they got good coaching. They're going to be right there. So Yucca's got their work cut. Yucca's playing a pretty tough schedule. I think
hats
that might
off
be
to
on
them,
purpose,
man. They just came out swinging. Playing the best teams in the area. And really shows no fear, man. Hats off to them. It's going to make them better when they get into the league, 100%. Yeah. So keep working.
Also, if you're in La Quinta and you want to see one of the best offensive talents, been around in the Valley for a couple of years, Mr. Aiden Pope will be on full display. I'm sure he's going to have 2 guys chasing him around all night, but he's due for a game. I think he's due for a breakout.
Yeah, and that's why they really got to get that run game going because everyone's watching Aiden's. You would think that would open up the running game a little bit. They got less guys in the box, hopefully, since they got probably a 2-man bracket out there, probably going too high safeties over them. So, I look for them to get their, focus on that run game this week. I don't know if they're running zone or counter. I didn't watch the game, but I look for them to put some extra attention on that offensive line. So.
Yeah. So, we never know, Yucca's got an offense. They got a puncher's chance.
They're really good at screens,
and they'll have the best offensive player, so that always helps.
Yeah.
Next one, another good one. Coachella Valley opens their season at Rancho Mirage. Another great matchup.
Football gods have blessed us with a schedule,
right?
Man.
I mean, this is a good week. What
That's
are we
gonna be a good
thinking?
game, man. I could see Coachella winning, but I think Rancho's going to pull out the W. I think this might be a good year for Rancho. But Coachella Valley always plays really well. Coach Johnson does a good job with those guys. They got a system. Those kids really buy in, and they know how to fire those kids up, man. They play hard. So I think it's gonna be a really good game.
Right. You got a chance to see Coachella Valley a little bit in the scrimmage.
A little bit against
their
La
offense.
Quinta.
Their
Yeah,
offense looks ready to go, right?
Yeah, they were moving the ball a little bit. I saw some big chunk plays in the passing game. La Quinta was able to move the ball on offense against their defense, but it's scrimmage,
Right.
I just saw the film, so I don't know if it's twos or in or what, but both offenses moved the ball really well against each other in the scrimmage. So Coachella's gonna score some points. So.
Yeah, I think if Rancho's gonna win, they're gonna have to open up the offense.
And
I
think like in the past, Coachella has a run game. So if if Rancho does play too high safeties and they're paying attention to that passing game, that running game is going to open up for Coachella. So.
That's what happened last year.
Yeah,
that's when Camargo started.
Yes,
hitting it and running for 200 yards on people.
And Coach Johnson's fine with just running the ball all night. So.
He will if it's working.
Yeah.
Coach Johnson will not go away from it if it's working. So that should be an excellent matchup. Another DVL DEL matchup. I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
But Rancho may be a little bit of the favorite just because of what they did last week. But we haven't seen Coachella yet.
We haven't seen it.
So we don't know. Coachella may be hiding some stuff in the scrimmage just for this game. So
wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. But. Coach Johnson may have pulled a fast one on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent game. Excellent
Fantastic
game. We're lucky to kind of cover it. I'll be paying attention closely. And gosh, another great game in the Valley. Old El Central's coming down to Palm Desert. This Friday night, another great game.
Normally, you're supposed to have the heat advantage when someone comes out of town.
Yeah, you're not having no heat advantage.
That's out the window. So, what a great game. Palm Desert might have so far, back-to-back tough games. Brawley, now you got Central. Central's good. They're always good. Good coaching staff. They always have good athletes. They can run the ball and they can throw the ball. I didn't see Central's first game. I don't know nothing about them, but just from the past, it's going to be another tough game for Palm Desert.
Tradition says that this is going to be a great game. Central beat them last year, so maybe Palm Desert's got a little return the favor this year coming to them.
And it's a long bus ride, so they're coming into town this year. Let's see how they fare on that bus ride.
Exactly.
They're kids too.
Table is turned, but El Centro's traditionally a really talented team, so it should be another
they play good football there.
Palm Desert playing a tough schedule. I know
like
Shadow Hills has a tough schedule. Palm Desert has a pretty tough schedule as well. So Coach 40 ain't putting no cupcakes on there. He wants to know what he has immediately. So this will be another barometer.
Found those desert teams out there. He likes them.
But we're 1-0 against the Imperial Valley. Let's keep it up. Let's go.
We're gonna get a tally board here going.
2-0, man.
Let's go.
Let's go Aztecs. And speaking of the Imperial Valley, Palo Verde, another old Imperial team, is coming to Shadow Hills. Another tough game for Shadow Hills.
Yeah, Palo Verde's good. I think Shadow Hills could beat them, man. I liked what I saw. They just got to clean up those mistakes from last week, and I think they will. Palo Verde's a good team, though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. That's another small football town.
Yeah.
They travel well. They support their boys, so they're coming into town hard. I'm going with Shadow Hills, though. I like I said, I like the offense I saw from Nick King. If they can just don't throw picks, hold on to the ball, keep the penalties down, I think they'll be all right. So I'm going with Shadow Hills.
No turnovers, and I think they'll be fine. Because Shadow Hills, I think it's just a matter of time before that offense starts clicking, and they got all those weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be a matter of time.
They got something brewing there. Don't sleep on them.
Yeah,
don't sleep.
Coach Josh liked what he saw. So
yeah, it was nice.
At some point, that offense is going to be an awakened beast, and everybody else is going to be in trouble. But that may be this week. So we're rooting for the Knights. Come on, let's go, Knights. Let's beat that Imperial team, and let's run up that scoreboard on the Imperial Valley. A rare Saturday game, Desert Christian Academy at Arrowhead Christian. So
I wonder if they don't have lights. That's why it's Saturday.
It's 6 p.m. kickoff. So maybe it's just another ref thing.
Yeah.
But they're on the road. But I think this is going to be another warm-up game for Desert Christian Academy.
Twos are going to get to play.
Probably another 50 burger out there. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's shaping up to be, man. DCA is for real again. So
DCA is for real.
You got to be a good football team to beat them. So
yeah, there's a reason they won all these games. Right? It's not because they can't play football. They're very good. They're a very good team.
Coach Johnson's doing it right over there.
Yeah, so we're expecting another big win for DCA.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come home 2-0. And then they'll be getting into the teeth of their schedule. They're going to have a lot tougher matches coming up, and we'll kind of speak of those in the next couple of weeks. Another interesting game. Banning Broncos are going to Redlands. So Banning off a 50-7 win in their first game.
Fantastic win.
Offense doing what we knew it was going to do.
I think that quarterback might be the best in the area. Man.
I think
dude,
he
can sling it. If you haven't seen him play, I know I've spoken on it. I won't be too long about it, but he's a fantastic quarterback.
And he's got a ton of weapons. At Banning. Banning is a sleeping giant offensively.
Been playing with them for a few years, so
they had a relatively easy home opener, but this is going to be a nice little test. Redlands is a big high school, big public school.
Real test.
They've been down. They've been down a couple of years, but they're still always got some good players. It'll be a nice matchup to see where Banning is at.
Yeah.
I think
let's go Broncos.
Yeah, let's get that win though.
Yeah, keep it going.
DVL. DVL is going to be tough, man.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we're going to get to Coach Josh's game of the week.
Xavier versus Desert Hot Springs.
Desert Hot Springs is coming down to Xavier.
And they got a new stadium there. They're opening their new stadium at Xavier, which I always liked that environment Xavier had. They played in the back. The field wasn't the best, but just that environment, that grass area for the kids. It'll be interesting to see if they still have a little area for the kids to play. And
I'm sure they will.
But just having a new facility to play in and start off a new era at the school, that's going to be exciting to go witness. So, and doing it against another desert team. It's not an out-of-town team, so it's going to be a good night.
Well, I would say that Xavier is going to be the underdog in that game, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I hard to say that, but DHS for real, man. They're playing really good defense. They got guys all over the place, and it looks like that offense is just getting warmed up, man. So they got a system in. They're getting better at it, and Xavier, we had a lot of question marks from last week. So
yeah, and still we don't know who Xavier's actually going to be having on the field. That doesn't help you prepare.
Let's get that transfer pushed through. Come on.
Yeah, come on, CAF. Let's get our guys out there,
You're taking games away from a young man that deserves to play out there. So you can't get those back.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's tough. But Desert Hot Springs, man, they're legit.
Yeah.
They beat a really good team. Yeah, they beat a really good team on the road. That defense they've got some guys up front that are really good. Yeah, it should be an interesting game though. Xavier is not, like we said, without talent. They got a ton of talent as well.
They practice too.
Yeah, and they got they got a D1 guy over there too, and a couple that may be D1. The defense for Xavier is pretty dang good. They're gonna be good all year. Luke Vermillion in the back, he's a stud at safety. He must have had 10 tackles in the first game.
Oh wow.
He's an excellent downhill safety. They got guys on each level, so it should be a really good matchup. But I think initially they're going to give the advantages to Desert Hot Springs just because of who they beat. It's such an impressive win.
I couldn't choose, man.
It kind of could be a coin flip game, and Xavier's going to be hyped because it's their first home opener.
Yeah, so the energy is going to be crazy.
Yeah, so Coach Josh, game of the week. Desert Hot Springs at Xavier Prep.
The good news is the Desert team's going to win.
And it's also a DEL matchup. Yep. So, we got more to talk about. So it's going to be a fun week. Week one, man, that
fantastic.
It's shaping up to be a great week. We're excited. We're going to be back next week to kind of go over the results and preview the next week. So you got to stay tuned. Get your popcorn ready for this week, though.
I'm here for it.
So everybody's playing this week, so we're going to have a lot to talk about. So
let's go.
We're ready, man. We're ready. So you guys know the routine. If you found some value in this show, like, subscribe, and follow. And we'll see you next time on Desert Valley Blitz.